So it's co-production week, and we want to spread the word about how co-production can really help when you're designing services or redesigning. So would you like to talk about the co-production ladder?
Yes, co-production ladder outlines the different stages that everyone can get involved in, from having no information or engagement to participation and co-producing services for everyone in Worcestershire.
So what do we mean by co-production?
It's about us all sitting around the table, everyone involved in that project, both professionals, parent carers, young people, getting together and putting forward their ideas and their thoughts, and then working out how a service could best meet the needs of families in Worcestershire.
So it's about understanding something from everybody's point of view, so including key workers, operational people, up to strategic thinkers, and as you say, the important people, the people who are actually using those services.
Yeah.
So why do you think we should be doing more of it?
The people that matter, the people who are engaging with those services, and if we are clever with how the local authority uses that money, we can ensure that those services can get out to more people, so it's available to everybody. And we want Worcestershire to be great for all families, and the only way is to engage those families and find out what meets their needs and what provision that we can provide for that. So Families in Partnership is the Parent Carer Forum, and Parent Carer Forums very much believe in participation, sitting around the table and talking with everybody, gathering everybody's feedback so that we have a good amount of information and data to put together some services that parents require. One of a good example that we've worked on over the past year or so is the local offer, because the local offer wasn't usable for anybody, but it's vital to families to be able to gain information about special education needs and disabilities in Worcestershire. So we started right from scratch.
Yeah, we did,
involving everybody inputting in the local authority, families and young people, and we built something that we felt was usable.
And things that we were able to be sure about was things about the language that we were using. We were using language that families understand, not that as officers we talk about districts all the time and we're really used to that. But actually when we tested it with young people, they didn't understand that Wychavon or Wyre Forest, what that actually meant. So we've changed things so that we talk about a district, but then we put the towns in afterwards so people know. So things like that, we thought we knew, but we don't. So it's really helpful for us to work with families and look at things from a different point of view.
And it's breaking down the barriers, because I think people have assumptions that they think they know. So some of the conversations can be challenging at times, because you're asking people to think differently or outside the box or create changes, and that can be uncomfortable for everyone. But once you work through that and you realise that the product that you're doing is actually beneficial to everybody, then it works really well, and the local offer is a good example of that. We've also worked on lots of different events where we co-design things, and what we want for the future is anyone who's working on a project that has an impact on families, that they make sure that they include those families. They look at where they can co-produce or where they can get some participation to ensure that when they're commissioning for services, they meet the needs of the family.
Because that's the best way for us to spend our money.
Definitely.
Every time, because we're designing services with those people that are going to use those services, and that's the most important thing.
It is, definitely. So yes, please do make sure that you include families in any decisions that you make going forward.